Who gets Fido when I die? Hi, I'm Neil Tyra. I'm an estate planning attorney in Rockville, Maryland. And I do estate plans for regular folks like you and me, many of whom own beloved pets. This question comes up more often than you might think because, frankly, for many of us, our pets are part of our family. And so we're very concerned about what happens to them if something happens to us. Well, there's a couple of ways to handle this. Legally, pets are considered tangible personal property. So you can will your pet to a family member or a loved one. It's a good idea to leave them some money as well to take care of that pet. But that's certainly one option. Unfortunately, once that occurs, the pet has been passed to the beneficiary with whatever money you've allotted to them. You've lost that control because you don't know what they're going to do with the pet at that point because you're not around. So another option here in Maryland and other states around the country is to create a pet trust. And when you do a pet trust, this is what we call a springing testamentary trust. It comes into being only if certain conditions are true, i.e., the pet outlives you. Okay? So you have to identify three things. You have to identify who is going to be the caretaker of the pet. Who is that person to be responsible for the pet's well-being? Secondly, you have to identify who's going to be the trustee for the pet trust. In other words, who controls the money associated with that pet. It can be the same person as the caretaker, but many times it's not. Many times it's somebody different. And thirdly, you have to determine what amount of money you're going to leave in the pet trust for that pet. You might think, well, this sounds kind of silly, for just maintaining a quality of life for a pet. But it's really important for people who have exotic pets or purebred pets or larger animals that they maintain. So think of people who have horses. And you wouldn't necessarily think of that as a pet, but you may want your horse to be taken care of after you pass, and that's one of the rationales for using a pet trust. So again, my name is Neil Tyra. I'm an estate planning attorney in Rockville, Maryland, and I do estate plans for regular people like you and me. And if you have questions about how to set up a pet trust or how to leave your pet in your will, our information is at the end of this video. We'd love to have the chance to talk with you.